Hello. I just wanted to share a funny story. Let's see how it rolls off the tongue. Yeah, I guess life is testing my faith at the moment. One of those sort of dark night points. I feel good right now, but yeah, this year, last month, a couple months have been challenging. But life is always kind of challenging. That's why we must do things to take care of ourselves. But not to worry. And I just thought I'd share that for context. I was recently in Alice Springs, and a friend connected me to a harmonium that was looking for a home. A harmonium? No, I'm kidding. Harmonium's the organ, the Indian sort of organ for kirtan, traditionally used. And so thanks, Great Spirit, chanting connects us in special ways. So a friend connected me to this harmonium, and I went to visit the harmonium after my big bush trip, and I was playing it, and it's beautiful. And I've had a couple people reach out to me wanting to borrow my harmonium or wanting a harmonium, so I feel like it's always good to have surplus in Adelaide. So this lady kindly offered me this harmonium that her deceased friend had and practiced kirtan on for 30 years, because she was like, it just wants to be played, and it's beautiful. So thank you. Liv brought it to Adelaide in her car. Thank you. But so this lovely lady, Pat, also was like, oh, do you want anything else? Do you want a meditation stool? Do you want a music stand? Like wooden, hand carved. I'm like, oh, yeah, thanks. And like a beautiful Indian tapestry. One that I've always wanted. I'm in my hotel room in Scotland, and so I'm like, oh yeah, cool, like and I guess at this point as well, like I just had a rough kirtan in Alice Springs, and I was kind of thinking, maybe I sort of, what am I doing? Like, I don't even know much about this path, questioning, I guess, my spiritual path, and that's a thing. And then part of me would like to definitely want to go to India and just immerse myself. I've never been much of a I love learning, but I find studying a path restrictive. And I was talking to this woman about how I sort of explore, I don't really have a lineage, and I explore many paths, and she said, me too. And but one thing that's always stayed the same is that I've always been a seeker. And I was like, yes, but if we're a seeker, then we're always separate from that thing. But anyway, because we're always seeking, so we're disconnected. Nah. But yes, anyway. And then she was like, oh, do you want this Ganesh? Bronze Ganesh. So cute. Look at him. They always have gorgeous personalities. Oh, that's kind of cool. But anyway, you can never have too many Ganeshas, I reckon. So I was like, yes. Because, he's been around, and oh, he's so pretty. Anyway, so she gave me this little cute Ganesh. Thanks, Great Spirit. Anyway, that's backstory to the story I want to share. So I took Ganesh home back to Adelaide after my month Alice trip, and I didn't really know where it was. I didn't think about it. I thought maybe I took it out. Anyway, I'm at the airport getting ready to fly to Scotland, and I checked in my suitcase already, and I've got this backpack as my carry-on. Thanks, Alexi. It's Alexi's. Good bag. I should maybe give it back. So I got my backpack through security and taking all the stuff off, and they take my oh, now you're gonna know what happened, but because I gave it away. But anyway, maybe I should have shared this first and then the other. I learned through experience, everyone. Yeah, and then they took my the backpack, and they were like, there's something large and metal in your backpack, and I'm like, no, I don't think so. And they're like, did you pack something large and metal? I'm like, don't think so. I'm like, what did I put in my bag? I got a rain jacket, I got a puffer jacket. I'm like, did I put metal in there? I don't know. And I was like, no, it's just like, it's just the metal, because it's got like metal reinforcement in the back. I'm like, it's just the backpack, like it's just the metal on the backpack. and so he, I don't know what he did. He put it back through or something. He maybe fondled around and put it back through. And they did it like 3 times, and I'm like, I don't know. And then he took everything out, and he goes, he took everything out, and he goes, oh, I've got it. It's God. God is in your backpack. And I'm like, I was so amazed. I was like, I didn't even pack it, and it was in my backpack. And this guy is saying God is in your backpack when I'm feeling like my faith is kind of wavering. I also held a kirtan before I left last week, amazing, in Adelaide, and so many new names came up, and like we had like 45 people. It was the biggest kirtan ever besides Christmas Eve kirtan. So every time I was like questioning what I do, and then the universe was like yes, and Adelaide was like yes, keep doing it. And I'm like, okay. I mean, they don't literally say that, but because of how many people are drawn to the practice, I feel really called to share the way that I like to do it. It's symbiotic always. So I'm very happy very honored and humbled to do that. But yeah, God is in your backpack. And it was just a moment of like, oh, wow, okay, cool. God's coming with me to Scotland. I've never called Ganesha God, but I always say deity, but, remover of obstacles. But I didn't consciously pack it. And anyway, this guy ended up being a Hindu priest and gave me his card to connect with them when I'm in Adelaide. Maybe I will, I don't know. Once I got given keys to the Hindu temple in Alice Springs, that was interesting. Yeah, there's many paths. Even in Buddhism, there's I feel like I was going to share something, one little extra thing, but I can't think of it right now. But yeah, there's many paths, even in Buddhism. I lived in the Buddhist monastery, and that was a part of Tibetan Buddhism alone. There's like, I think 4 umbrellas, and then like many tentacle lineages of those that have their own practice and way to enlightenment. So I'm just saying that because there's also like, when I was talking to Pat, it's like, I think she talked about Satchitananda, and I think my friend follows that, and like people have their lineage, and I like to explore it. But then I also feel like, as a bhakti person, that's like feeling, that's love, that's service, right? So I feel like the noise of the mind through logical learning, well, for me, it's just a lot. I mean, life's already a lot, and then you got to learn more on top. I don't know. I probably sound a bit silly, but yeah, I like weaving the way and following my own heart. I guess it's a shamanic path. But it is fun and great to glean from lineages, and there's many good ones out there, not just Hindu or Buddhist, but yeah. So I don't know, maybe one day I'll get over it and actually study. But for now, I just love making melodies to mantras and sharing them so we can all sing together. Actually, I'm going to go to Kirtan tomorrow in Scotland, hopefully. All right, that's my story. Hopefully you thought it was cool. Well, yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's just a personal story, but I thought it was cool. Ganesh. Om Gam Ganapate Namaha. Yeah, I think when he said it's God, I said, oh, I was like in such shock. I was like, oh, and he was maybe thinking that I didn't know what God was or something. And I said, oh, because he was obviously an Indian man. And I said, yeah, I hold Kirtan. That's Ganesh, Om Gam Ganapati Namaha. Or he said it's Ganesh, you know. And then I felt like he was competing. I didn't mean to compete. Maybe I was projecting and I was competing. But it felt like he was like, yes, I know Om Gam Ganapati Namaha and this and that. I'm a Hindu priest. And I shouldn't mock. It's cool that he knows stuff, and that is their culture. And I would like to learn more. But yeah, it was just a moment of like, I don't know. Who knows more? He definitely knows more. I don't know much at all. But here I am with an elephant deity. All right. I'm feeling better, by the way. It's nice being with my sister in Scotland. Bye bye. Adios.